Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. All glories to all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. This is Chinnai Vrajapriya Devi Dasi, welcoming all of you to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. Thank you, Preeti Vilasni Mataji. That was a beautiful recitation of the Bhagavad Gita. Please go ahead and introduce yourselves, Mataji, so that we can greet you.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day and welcome to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chinmaya Vrajapriya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances, Srila Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasni Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Mataji, for your warm welcoming. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasni Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all the services you do. Thank you for encouraging all of us. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashmati Priya Devidasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Shrimati Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for joining every day. Thank you for all your services in Bhakti Sangha. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. So glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirti Dasundari Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Kirti Dasundari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji, for joining every day. Thank you for all your wonderful services. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna. Mataji is not yet joined. Will anybody like to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Vrajpriya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Gauranga ki jai. This is Shivani from Ashburn, Virginia. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all your wonderful services and welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna. Mataji, since you started recording, let me read Srila Prabhupada quote and then we'll wait for Mataji. Hare Krishna. We're continuing our Chaitanya Bhagavat series. And today we have Her Grace Archana Bhakti Mataji as our speaker. Let me read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. A good citizen knows what is lawful work and what is unlawful work. You can hide yourselves from the eyes of the police, man-made law, but it is not possible to hide yourself from the eyes of the Supreme because the Supreme is sitting within your heart. This was instructed by His Divine Grace at Bombay on April 6, 1974. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Archana Bhakti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for giving your precious time and coming here on this platform to talk about the most beautiful Supreme Lord, our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we eagerly wait for your classes. Mataji will be talking on Chaitanya Bhagavat, Antya Khanda, Mataji will be starting the 9th chapter today, and Mataji will be talking on the first 32 verses. So please take over, Mataji. We are all eagerly waiting to hear from you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. My humble obeisances to all the devotees. We'll begin with prayers. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear devotees. So we're going to read from the 9th chapter of the Antya Khanda of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. This chapter is entitled The Glories of Advaita. And the topics that will be covered in this chapter are Mahaprabhu's acceptance of lunch alone at Advaita's house in Nilachal, Mahaprabhu's inquiry from Damodar Pandit about Mother Sachi's devotional service to Vishnu, Mahaprabhu's resolve not to eat at the house of anyone who did not daily chant 100,000 names of Hari, the Lord's inquiry to Sri Keshav Bharati whether Jnana or Bhakti was superior, and his jubilation on hearing that Bhakti was superior, the devotee's glorification of Lord Chaitanya under the order of Sri Advaita, the Lord's meeting with Sri Rup and Sanatan, and Sriman Mahaprabhu's awarding them the name Sanatan to Sakar Malik. Mahaprabhu's confirmation to Srivas of Advaita Acharya's position as the super soul and material cause of all ingredients, the establishment of Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by quoting the incident of the great sage Bhrigu from Srimad Bhagavatam, and finally, the inconceivable nature of the exalted Vaishnava's behavior. So these are the topics that will be covered in this chapter. So we'll begin with the first verse. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramakanta Jaya Sarva Vaishnavera Vallabha Ekanta Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramakanta. Rama means Lakshmi Devi. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the husband of the goddess of fortune, the husband of Lakshmi Devi. Jaya Sarva Vaishnavera Vallabha Ekanta. Sarva Vaishnavera Vallabha Ekanta. That means all glories to the only beloved Lord of all Vaishnavas. So, in this context, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is giving us a commentary and explanation. that Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dev is Krishna, the fountainhead of all incarnations. Therefore, he is the origin of Vishnu, the husband of Lakshmi. Why Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called the husband of Lakshmi Devi? This is very interesting. Philosophically, we understand that Krishna is the original Swayam Bhagavan or Swayam Rupa. He is the fountainhead, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Krishna in Goloka. All other expansions are expanding from him. So, in the 20th chapter of Madhya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see a conversation between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sanatan Goswami. So there Mahaprabhu gives a detailed explanation of the various expansions of the Supreme Lord. So the Lord explains that primarily on a broad scale, the Lord's forms are of three categories. One is Swayam Rupa, two is Tadekatma, and three is Avesha. Swayam Rupa means the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna of Goloka, Krishna who is blackish, of blackish complexion, Yashoda Nandan Krishna, Rajendra Nandan Krishna. This is Swayam Rupa. And in Swayam Rupa, you have again Swayam Rupa and Swayam Prakash. Prakash means identical form, as it is. An identical form, that is Prakasha. So Swayam Prakasha would be the original Krishna in identical forms. Where would you find that? Swayam Prakasha example would be? What would be the example of Swayam Prakasha?
In
When
Dwarka,
Krishna married 16,000
yeah.
wives, Mataji.
in Dwarka and in Ras Leela also.
Yes, very good. In Dwarka and in Ras Leela. Exact forms, right? Krishna, same Krishna, is expanding in so many forms, and he's there between two gopis. Krishna is there. This is Swayam Prakash. And also in Dwaraka, when Narad Muni went, he saw Krishna in all 16,108 homes, palaces. Krishna was there. And he is doing different activities in each home. This is Swayam Prakash. One thing we should remember is there's only one body. It is not like there are so many bodies. It's not like that. There is only one body. But that body is present in different places. One body only is present in different places. Of course, in case of Swayam Prakash, the same identical personality, right, is being seen in different places, but doing different activities. In each place, he's doing a different activity in one body. And that's not all. He's present not only in different places, in different times also. Because his Leela is Nitya Leela, it's going on eternally. So that Leela is happening in the spiritual world, it is happening in different universes in the material world. This is Swayam Prakash, but just wait to hear about more. This is about Krishna expanding in identical forms. And then there is Tadekatma. And in this, by the way, in Swayam Prakasha also, now this Prakasha is also of two types. There is Vaibhava and Prabhava. Vaibhava means this is Prakasha, but there is form is the same, but there is slight difference in the mood or maybe in the complexion. And Prabhava means there is a difference even in the form, but the personality is still Krishna. You understand? Krishna. But there is difference in mood in one case, and there is difference in the form. So example of Vaibhava Prakash would be in relation to Krishna, Swayam Rupa Krishna, Krishna in Goloka, two-handed Krishna in Dwaraka. What is the difference? In Goloka, Krishna's mood is of a Gopa, whereas in Dwaraka, his mood is of a king, Kshatriya king. Form, same, two-handed Krishna form. Mood is different. This is Vaibhava Prakash. Then what is Prabhava Prakash? Prabhava means there is a difference in form also. He is still Krishna. Krishna in Dwaraka with 4 hands. That is Prabhava Prakash. So all this is in the first category, Swayam Rupa category. Then the second category is Tadekatma. Tadekatma means there is difference, little difference in form, in mood also. So this Tadekatma is again of two types. You have Vilasa and then you have Swayam, Swamsha. Vilasa and Swamsha, two types. Vilasa and Swamsha. Vilasa means enjoyment. So for the sake of enjoyment, right? You have these expansions, Vilasa expansions. So the first Vilasa expansion would be Lord Balaram. Again in Vilasa expansion, you have Prabhava and Vaibhava. Means the same. Vaibhava means slight difference. Prabhava means there's actual difference in form. So I won't tell you all the details because it may be too much. This is a Chaitanya Bhagavat class. So I won't go into all the details. But just to tell you that this Vilasa expansion, Vilasa means what? Tadekatma. Tadekatma means it's different. The form is different, appears different slightly. And the mood is also different. So the first Vilasa expansion is Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram. There's difference in complexion. He is white. And then within that also you have Prabhava Vaibhava. So Balaramji in Vrindavan and Balaramji in Dwaraka or Mathura. That means Balaram in Vrindavan is in the mood of a Gopa. Balaram in Dwaraka is in the mood of a Kshatriya. Like that. And then further, Vaibhava expansion would be within Vilasa, you have Vaibhava and Prabhava. Vaibhava expansion is Balaramji, because just there's a difference in mood and difference in color. Prabhava expansion would be 4-handed Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. There's a clear, and that is in a Vishnumurti form. Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And then from Sankarshan, expansion is Lord Narayan. This is in Vaikuntha realm. And similarly, so all this is in Vilasa. Then I said in Tadekatma, there's Vilasa and Swamsha. In Swamsha, you have again two types, Purushavataras and Leelavataras. Leelavataras means Matsya, Varaha, Kurma, Narasimha, Lord Ramchandra, like that. So many types. How many types of expansions are there? No counting. There are, Gargamuni tells Nanda Maharaj, while he is naming Krishna, doing the name-giving ceremony of Krishna secretly, he says, How many can I count? He just gives one name, Krishna, and then Vasudev, and then he says, how many can I count? He has so many names. Huh? Bahuni. Bahuni santi namani. Rupanicha. That means he has many names and many forms. Huh? On the basis of his guna and karma. I cannot know all of them, nor can his other associates. He has so many, it is not possible for us to know how many. That means Krishna has so many expansions, but the original fountainhead is Krishna of Goloka. And who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? This Krishna, original Krishna, he appears on this, in the material world, only once in a day of Brahma. Once in a day of Brahma. So specifically, in the 28th Dwapara Yuga of the 7th Manvantara, in one day of Brahmaji. And immediately following this, in the Kali Yuga of the 28th cycle, 28th Kali Yuga of the 7th Manvantara, same Krishna, original Krishna of Goloka, appears as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this verse we are reading, Lord Chaitanya is Ramakanta, the husband of Rama, husband of Lakshmi Devi. Krishna is the fountainhead of all avatars. There is a nice conversation between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Venkat Bhatta. This comes in the 9th chapter of the Madhya Leela of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. There, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkat Bhatta share a Sakhya relationship. So, jokingly, Mahaprabhu challenges Sri Venkat Bhatta, my dear Bhatta, your goddess Lakshmi Devi, she is the chaste wife of Lord Narayan. She's, she is the crest jewel of all chaste ladies. She resides on the chest of Lord Narayan. How is it that she wants to, she's desiring to associate with my Lord Krishna, who is a Gopa? And she really wants to participate in the Ras Leela of Krishna, associate with Krishna, so much so that she gave up her opulences in Vaikuntha and she performed tapasya for many centuries just to be able to associate with Krishna. So then Sri Venkat Bhatta said that what is wrong if Lakshmi Devi desires to associate with Krishna? After all, Krishna and Lord Narayan is the same body, same person. But Krishna's pastimes are more relishable because in Krishna's pastimes there is conjugal mellow. Lakshmi Devi being Vinodini, she is the consort of Lord Narayan, consort of the Lord. And if she wants to enjoy the Lord's pastimes, conjugal pastimes, or with the Lord in a different form, what is the fault? This does not affect her chastity. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed. Yes, you're right. I agree. It does not affect her chastity. But my question is, why is it that in spite of performing tapasya, she was not given entrance into Ras Leela? Whereas the Shrutis, the Vedas, when they performed tapasya, they were allowed into Ras Leela. Why is that? So then Venkat Bhatta said, I don't have entrance into this my mind has no, entrance into the secret of this Leela. But since you are Krishna, this is your pastime. Whoever you enlighten will also be able to understand the secret. So please explain. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained in short. I'm not going line by line, but in short, Mahaprabhu said that for one to participate, to participate in the Ras Leela with Krishna, one has to worship Krishna. Which Krishna? Krishna, the son of Yashoda Mai. By accepting the bhava, gopi bhava, the bhava of the gopis, one has to worship Krishna. And by this type of bhajan, this type of worship, when they receive the body of a gopi, and then when they are trained by the Nityasiddha gopis, then in that body of a gopi, they'll be able to participate in the Ras Leela. Lakshmi Devi performed tapasyas. The Shrutis, that's how they got to participate in Krishna's Ras Leela, because they worshipped Krishna like this with gopi bhava. And then they followed in the footsteps of the gopis. They were trained and then they were able to participate. However, Lakshmi Devi wanted to keep her body, her form as a goddess. And also she didn't worship in the footsteps of the gopis. Therefore, she didn't get entrance into Ras Leela. Krishna sees himself as a gopa, and only a gopi can be his prayasi, his beloved. He will not accept any Devi, goddess, or any other woman as his prayasi. He will only accept a gopi. That's why Lakshmi Devi didn't get entrance. Then what is it that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to establish in this discussion, It is said that previously Venkat Bhatta had this pride that Lord Narayan is Swayam Bhagavan. Lord Narayan is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, and all other expansions are actually expansions of Lord Narayan, including Krishna, Balaram, everyone is expanding from Narayan. He had this abhimana. And then, because Lord Narayan is Swayam Bhagavan, worship of Lord Narayan is the topmost type of worship. And because Sri Vaishnavas worship Lord Narayan, therefore the worship of Sri Vaishnavas, the bhajan performed by Sri Vaishnavas, is the supermost, the topmost type of worship. He had this type of abhiman. And Mahaprabhu wanted to crush that, break that pride. So therefore, in a joking way, he started this discussion. And then he told Venkat Bhatta, my dear Bhatta, you know it for, without any doubt that Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the proof? The proof is that Krishna has qualities which are superior to Lord Narayan. In other words, Krishna has extraordinary qualities which are not there even in Narayan. What are they? Lord Narayan has 60 qualities. Krishna has 4 additional qualities. Rupa Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prema Madhuri, and Venu Madhuri. These are the 4 types. Additional qualities that Krishna has. So Prema Madhuri means Krishna's conjugal pastimes, Ras Leela. Therefore, Lakshmi Devi's mind is constantly, her heart is attracted to Krishna. Because Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan. He has all qualities. But his expansions don't have all qualities that Krishna has. So even though she's the consort of Lord Narayan, she's attracted to the qualities that Krishna has, which Narayan does not have. And that's the reason why she wanted to participate in Ras Leela. Now, can you say the same thing about the gopis? Do you see that the gopis are attracted to Lord Narayan, Krishna's gopis? No. In fact, even if Krishna himself, personally Krishna himself, if he, because he did that jokingly, he would just manifest his two other arms and appear like Narayan. It's not Lord Narayan, it is Krishna, Rajendra Nandan Krishna, but just jokingly he would manifest his four arms. The ecstatic bhava that the gopis had for Krishna, it just got crippled seeing the four-handed form of Krishna, four-handed Narayan form. That means they don't have any ecstatic feelings. They don't have any attraction for Lord Narayan. Their attraction, their ecstatic feelings are for Krishna. This proves that Krishna is Swayam Bhagwan and Lord Narayan is Vilasamurti. However, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw that he crushed the pride, but he wanted to make Venkat Bhatta happy. After being defeated, he may be feeling bad. So now Mahaprabhu is turning the philosophy. Turning the philosophy means this is also philosophy. Mahaprabhu is saying, my dear Venkat Bhatta, don't become sad. Don't mind. I was just joking with you. Now please listen to the Siddhanta of the Shastras, the philosophy of Shastra, in which all Vaishnavas have firm faith. Actually speaking, Lord Narayan and Lord Krishna are the same person. There is no difference. Similarly, Lakshmi Devi and gopis is also the same person. There's no difference. How? The way Lord Narayan is the expansion of Krishna, in the same way, all the Lakshmis, the queens of Dwarka, all the gopis, principal gopis, and all the, the Lakshmis, they're all expansions of Srimati Radharani. The way Krishna is the fountainhead of all avatars, Srimati Radharani is the fountainhead of all the consorts of the various avatars. And the way there is no difference between Krishna and Lord Narayan, it's the same form, same Lord, having Sakshat Parabrahmatvam. In that way, there is no difference between Srimati Radharani and Lakshmi Devi also. And to say that there is difference in Ishvaratvam. Ishvaratvam means the Lord who is the controller of the material energy and all living entities. That is Ishvaratvam. There is no difference in terms of the potencies and opulences, whether Lord Narayan or Lord Krishna. He's the same person, but coming in different forms or appearing in different forms. It's one person only. And to say that they are different is actually an offense, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. And Lakshmi Devi is, because Gopi and Lakshmi Devi is the same person, Lakshmi Devi is enjoying with Krishna in the form of Gopi. So there's no need to find difference between the two. So when we say Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Lakshmi Kanta, Rama Kanta, what is the problem? No problem. From the angle that Lord Narayan is an expansion of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lakshmi Devi is the consort of Lord Narayan. And she is also the expansion of Srimati Radharani. To call, and they are non-different. To say Ramakanta, is there any problem? There is no problem. That's one point. And then there's one more thing that is said here. Jaya Sarva Vaishnavera Vallabha Ekanta. That means Sarva Vaishnavera. Sarva Vaishnavera means there are different types of Vaishnavas. What do you mean by different types of Vaishnavas? So Vaishnavas who have different worshipable deities. Yes, you have Rama Bhaktas. You have devotees of Lord Narasimha Dev. You have devotees of Vaman Dev. That's one thing. Different forms of the Lord. There are different devotees, different types of Vaishnavas. And also Vaishnavas in different rasas. You have Vaishnavas who are in Dasya Rasa, who are in Sakhya Rasa, Vatsalya Rasa, Madhurya Rasa. Different types of rasas. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Sarva Vaishnavera Vallabha. He is the beloved of all types of Vaishnavas. Ekanta. He alone is the worshipable Lord of all the devotees in all the rasas. How is that? Now you see, if a devotee of Lord Vishnu, what type of rasa does Lord Vishnu produce in his devotee? Dasya rasa. Do you see Lord Vishnu producing Sakhya rasa in his devotee? Like a devotee of Lord Vishnu will treat Lord Vishnu like his friend and, jump on his shoulders. You'll never see that. No. Similarly with Lord Narasimha Dev, what type of rasa does Lord Narasimha Dev produce in his devotees? Dasya rasa. Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa. Right? Lord Ramchandra, yes, in Lord Ramchandra's pastimes, there is Sakhya rasa with his expansions. There is Vatsalya rasa also. But there, in that Sakhya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, that is also limited. It's not open to everybody. And even when it is there, there is Aishwarya Bhava. It's not simply Madhurya. That means what I'm trying to say is, when you take other expansions of the Lord, that means these different forms of the Lord can produce only certain rasas in the devotees. How about Krishna? Krishna can produce all rasas, right? He produces Madhurya rasa in his devotees, Sakhya rasa, Vatsalya rasa, Dasya rasa, Shanta rasa. And because he is the fountainhead of all avatars are there. All expansions are residing in him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not different from Krishna. All the incarnations, all expansions are in the Supreme Lord. So therefore, he is the only Lord. He is the only worshipable Lord of all the devotees, of all the different forms of the Lord, in all the rasas. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Ramakanta Jaya Sarva Vaishnavera Vallabha Ekanta. Okay. Now the second verse. Jaya Jaya Kripamaya Sri Vaikunthanatha Jiva Prati Koro Prabhu Shubha Drishti Pata. Jaya Jaya Kripamaya. Kripamaya means merciful, one who is filled with kripa, with mercy. Sri Vaikunthanatha, O Lord of Vaikuntha. Jiva Prati Koro Prabhu Shubha Drishti Pat. Please cast your auspicious glance, merciful glance, auspicious glance on Jiva, That means conditioned souls. Please cast your merciful glance or auspicious glance on the conditioned souls. जय जय कृपामय श्री वैकुंठनाथ जीव प्रति करो प्रभु शुभ दृष्टिपात. हे नमते भक्त गोष्ठीश्वरेर संगे. हे नमते भक्त गोष्ठीश्वरेर संगे. थाकिला परमानंदे संकीर्तन रंगे. So what is the situation here? All the devotees from Bengal have come to Jagannath Puri. So in this way, Bhakta Goshtira Ishwarera Sange. That means, in this way, along with, in the association of all the devotees, Thakila Paramanande Sankirtana Range. The Lord stayed in great bliss, relishing Sankirtana. Henamate Bhakta Goshtira Ishwarera Sange Thakila Paramanande. That means all the devotees are with the Supreme Lord, in the association of the Supreme Lord. They stayed and they were in great bliss in the ecstasy of Sankirtan, relishing Sankirtan. Ye dravye prabhura prita purve shishu kale sakala janena taha Vaishnava mandale. Ye dravye prabhura prita purve shishu kale. That means dravya means ingredients, right, or foodstuffs. Prabhura prita means which were dear to the Lord. Purve shishu kale. That means in the past, as a child, whatever foods were dear to the Lord when he was a child. Sakala janena taha Vaishnava mandale. So these Vaishnavas, they knew all the foods that were the Lord's favorites when he was a child previously. Whatever he liked in his childhood, these Vaishnavas knew all those items. Sakala janena taha Vaishnava mandale. So then, say sabadravya sabe prema yukta hoya ani yache jata saba prabhura lagiya. So these devotees came from Bengal. They knew what are the favorite foods of Lord Gauranga. So all those foods and ingredients for preparation, say sabadravya sabe prema yukta hoya. With great love, right? They got all the ingredients. Ani ache jata saba prabhura lagiya. So they lovingly got all those items for the sake of the Lord. Prabhura lagiya. Sei saba dravya sabe prema yukta hoya. In great love, all those ingredients, ani ache, they brought. Jata saba prabhura lagiya. Whatever the Lord liked, they got all those ingredients. Sei saba dravya prite koriya randana. Now taking those ingredients with great love, they would cook. Ishwarere asiya korena nimantrana. And after cooking, they would invite the Lord to please come and take prasadam. So they got all the ingredients, things which you would probably get only in Bengal. So they would get all those, they brought those ingredients with them when they came to Jagannath Puri. And they knew which foods are the Lord's favorites. So they got the ingredients to prepare those preparations with great love. And then they would cook using those ingredients. They would prepare the preparations. And with they would invite the Lord. Ishwarera asya korena nimantran. Please come and accept the food offering, like this. They would invite the Lord to their house. Je dine je bhakta grihe hoye nimantrana tahai parama prite korena bhojana. So je dine je bhakta grihe hoye nimantrana. The day in a particular devotee's house, when the Lord is invited, tahai parama prite korena bhojana. So whenever the Lord is invited, on a particular day when the Lord is invited by a particular devotee to take prasadam in his or her house, in his house, at that time, the Lord would honor prasad with great, he would be very pleased. Parama prite. Koren bhojana. He would honor that prasad. He would eat with great, he would be very pleased. He would accept that with great affection. He would accept that. Sri Lakshmira Amshajata Vaishnava Grihiniki Vichitra Randhana Korena Nahi Jani. Sri Lakshmira Amsha. Now see, all these Vaishnava Grihinis, the wives of all these Vaishnavas, they are said to be Lakshmi Devi's Amsha. How is that? All the wives of these Lakshmi Devi, all the wives of the Vaishnavas are said to be Amshas of Lakshmi Devi. Sri Lakshmira Amsha Jata Vaishnava Grihiniki Vichitra Randhana Korena Nahi Jani. And they would cook so wonderfully. Lakshmi Devi is expert in cooking. And being expansions of Lakshmi Devi, they would cook such wonderful preparations, I cannot even describe, says Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Nahi Jani. I don't know. I cannot explain how wonderful those preparations are. So now, how do we understand that the wives of Vaishnavas are expansions of Lakshmi Devi? So these Vaishnavas are who? Vaishnavas are living entities. Yes. Vaishnavas are marginal potency, isn't it? So their wives also must be living entities. Right? Even though they are the living entities, Jivatmas, the Vaishnavas and their consorts, their servants and maidservants of the Lord. So what is a living entity? Living entity is the marginal potency of the Supreme Lord. Marginal potency of the Supreme Lord. That means Shakti of the Supreme Lord. Shakti of the Supreme Lord. Here it is said that they are actually transformations of the marginal energy and therefore expansions of Shakti in this sense. Yes, marginal energy, Tatastha Shakti's expansions. So they are expansions of Sri Lakshmi. In what sense it is said they are expansions of Sri Lakshmi? They are also Shakti of the Lord in that sense. You see, living entities are also absolute truths, but their absoluteness is indirect. Whereas when you take Vishnu Tattva, there the absoluteness is direct. Direct. Sakshat Parabrahmatvam is there. But in living entities, they are also absolute, but that absoluteness is indirect. How are they absolute? Being the energy of the Supreme Lord, and energy and energetic are non-different, in that sense, the living entities are also absolute. So their absoluteness is indirect. You're following? Living entities are the energy of the absolute truth. Absolute truth means Krishna. So living entities are the energy of Krishna. Krishna is the energetic. Energy and energetic are non-different. They are different and non-different, both. Bheda, abheda, achintya, bheda, abheda. Relationship is there between the Lord and his energy. So in that sense, because the living entities are not different from the Lord, being his energy, it is said that because Shakti and Shaktiman are non-different. So in that sense, here it is said that that these separated expansions, the living entities, are also said to be the transformations, or they're also said to be the expansions of Sri Lakshmi Devi. One point is that. And the other thing is, when the living entity in the conditioned state is covered by ignorance, avidya, they're covered by avidya, then they lack knowledge of their constitutional position. What is the constitutional position? I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. And spirit soul is meant to serve the Lord. Right? Jivera Swarupa hoy Krishnera Nityadas. The Jiva, living entity, is meant to serve the Supreme Lord. Constitutional position of the living entity is he's a soul. He's soul, not body. But when you're covered by avidya, you forget that I am soul. That knowledge that I am soul is covered by avidya, which is like darkness. In this case, the wives of the Vaishnavas, are they covered by avidya? No. Now they are all covered by Swarup Shakti, by Bhakti. So therefore, they are always engaged in the service of the Supreme Lord. They are on the liberated platform, so they don't forget their actual identity. Okay? Sri Lakshmira Amsha Jata Vaishnava Grihini ki Vichitra Randhana Korena Nahi Jani. Next. Niravadhi Sabara Nayane Prema Dhara Krishna Name Paripurna Vadana Sabara. Now, what is the condition of all these Vaishnavis? Niravadhi Sabara Nayane Premadhara. Niravadhi, non-stop. From their eyes, Premadhara is flowing from all their eyes. Premadhara, their love for the Lord is coming in the form of tears constantly. Krishna Name Paripurna Vadana Sabara. Krishna Name Paripurna Vadana Sabara. That means Vadana means their mouth. All their mouths are completely filled with what? Krishna Nam. That means constantly they are chanting Krishna Nam and their eyes are filled with tears of love for Krishna at all times. Their mouths are filled with the holy name and their eyes are filled with tears of love for Krishna. This is the condition of all the wives of the Vaishnavas. Purve Ishvarera Priti Jesaba Vyanjane Navadvipe Sri Vaishnavi Sabetaha Jane. So these Vaishnavis, they knew Purve Ishvarera Priti, what all food items, food preparations were dear to the Lord when he was in Navadvip. These Vaishnavis knew all those items, the vegetable preparations that the Lord liked. Previously, when he was living in Navadvip, what all preparations he liked, these Vaishnavis knew. Prema yoge sei mata korena randhana. Prabhu o parama preme korena bhojana. So they knew all the preparations and with great love, we already said, right? Constantly their mouths are filled with the holy names and their eyes are filled with tears of love. So prema yoge sei mata korena. So when they are cooking, this is their consciousness. They're filled with love for the Lord. In this consciousness, they cook for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eats that, oh my God, Parama Preme Korena Bhojana, with great love, he would eat that offering. Ekadina Sri Advaita Simha Mahamati Prabhure Bolila Aji Bhikha Koro Iti. So one day, Sri Advaita Simha, the lion Advaita Acharya, Mahamati means Mati means intelligence. Mahamati means with great intelligence. So, Ekadina Sri Advaita Simha Mahamati Prabhure Bolila. He told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Aji Bhikha Koro Iti. Today you accept your meal here in my house. One day Advaita Acharya told Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, today Advaita Acharya means the lion Advaita Acharya, the super intelligent Mahamati, said, Mahaprabhu, today you take prasad in my house. Mushti eka tandula Prabhu रांदिबो आपन हस्त मोर धन्य हो तुम्हारा भक्षणे. Mushti means one palm full. Eka, mushti eka, one palm full tandula, rice. Prabhu, randibo apana. I will cook only one palm full of rice, my lord. Hasta mora dhanya hao tomara bhakshane. My hand will become, it'll become successful. It'll become perfect. If you ate what I cooked with this hand, if you ate what I cooked with this hand, my hand will become, glorious. It will become perfect. So please take prasad in my house today. Listening to this, what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Prabhu bole je jana tomara anna khaya, Krishna bhakti Krishna se paya sarvathaya. The Lord said, that person who eats the rice cooked by you, tomara anna khaya, that person who eats your rice, Krishna bhakti Krishna se paya sarvathaya. He will get Krishna bhakti. He will get Krishna bhakti. Krishna se paya sarvathaya. That means he will get Krishna bhakti and he will get Krishna also. Krishna bhakti Krishna se paya sarvathaya. Certainly, no doubt about this. He will get Krishna bhakti and he will get Krishna. Krishna bhakti means, bhakti is, you get first you do, even in pure devotional service, first you do sadhana bhakti, by that you get bhava bhakti, by that you get prema bhakti. When you get prema bhakti, then you actually get Krishna, you'll experience Krishna. You'll see him, you'll touch him, you can smell him, like that. So he will get one who eats rice of Advaita Acharya, he will get Krishna bhakti and he will get Krishna also. And this is certain, Mahaprabhu is saying. Acharya, tomara anna amara jivana, tumi khao yaile hoy Krishnera bhojana. Acharya, your rice is my very life. If I get rice from you, if I can get rice cooked by you, that's my life. Amar jivan. Tumi khao yaile hoy Krishnera bhojana. If you feed Krishna, certainly Krishna is going to eat. Tumi khao yaile hoy Krishnera bhojan. If you feed Krishna, certainly he is going to eat. Krishna eats whatever you cook. Tumi je naivedya karo koriya randhana, magi ao khaite amara tathi mana. Tumi ye naivedya karo koriya randhana. Whatever you offer to the Lord after you personally cook, magi ao khaite amara tathi mana. My desire is, I will even beg to get that prasadam. Whatever you cooked and you personally offered to the Lord, I am ready to even beg to get that prasad. Shuniya Prabhura Bhakta Vatsalata Vani ki Anande Advaita Bhashena Nahi Jani. When Advaita Acharya heard the words of the Lord, and what did he taste in those words? Bhakta Vatsalata. Bhakta Vatsalata means the affection of the Lord for his devotee. Vatsa means a calf. A cow, the love that a cow has for its calf. That's the, I think it's the highest type of love you can find in this material world. The love of a cow for its calf. Motherly love of a cow for the calf. When a calf dies, how the cow cries, you must have heard, right? She literally falls down on the ground. So, Bhakta Vatsala means that is, Krishna loves his devotee like that. That means he sees the devotee like his calf. Krishna has many qualities and he is known by his qualities. He has many, many names. But of all his qualities, what is his emperor quality? The topmost quality? Bhakta Vatsala. That's the emperor quality. So Advaita Acharya is tasting Bhakta Vatsalata in the words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. right? Shunya Prabhura Bhakta Vatsalata Vani ki Anande Advaita Bhashena Nahi Jani. Advaita Acharya was in such ecstasy, in such bliss. Nahi Jani, who's saying? Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying, I cannot explain, I don't know how much bliss Advaita Acharya experienced by hearing the loving words filled with Bhakta Vatsalata of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What Ananda Advaita Acharya experienced, I don't know, I cannot explain. Parama Santoshe Tabe Basaya Aila. So, in great joy, Advaita Acharya returned to his house after talking with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu accepted. After hearing that, in great happiness, he came home. Prabhura Bhikshara Sajja Korite Lagila. He began to make arrangements for the lunch offering to feed Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He started making all arrangements for Mahaprabhu's meal. Lakshmi Amshe Janma Advaitera Pativrata Lagila Korite Karya Hoy Harashita. Now, who is Advaita Acharya? Advaita Acharya is the expansion of Karanadakshay Vishnu. So, and his consort obviously is an expansion of Lakshmi Devi. So, Lakshmi Amshe Janma Advaitera Pativrata. So, Advaita Acharya's chaste wife, Lakshmi, she is actually an Amsha of Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of fortune. Lagila Korite Karya Hoy Harashita. So, she also immediately started making arrangements. Lagila, that means she got to work. Lagila Korite Karya Hoy Harashita. So she found out from Advaita Acharya that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to come today for lunch. So she also, in great joy, immediately started. She got to work immediately, making all arrangements for Mahaprabhu. Prabhura Pritera Dravya Gauda Desha Hoite. Prabhura Pritera Dravya Gauda Desha Hoite Jata Ani Achena Saba Lagilena Dite. So whatever she got from Gauda Desh, from Bengal, all the ingredients that she had brought, ingredients for making preparations that are dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So she took out all those now. Jata Ani Achena Saba Lagilena Dite. She took everything out and she gave them to Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya is going to cook and she's going to assist him. So she pulled out all the ingredients that she had brought from Bengal and she gave them to Advaita Acharya. Randhane Bosila Sri Advaita Mahashay Chaitanya Chandrere Kori Hridaya Vijay. So he sat down, Sri Advaita Acharya sat down to cook. Sri Advaita Mahashay sat down to cook. Chaitanya Chandrera Kori Hridaya Vijay. That means meditating on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu within his heart, like you say, right? When you say Jayadhwani, what does that mean? Actually, Vijay means like welcoming, right? Vijay, like that. So in his heart, he's remembering, meditating on Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then he started remembering Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He started his cooking. Pativrata Vyanjanera Paripati Kore Yate ka prakara kore yena chitte spure. Pativrata Vyanjanera Paripati Kore. So Pativrata means the chaste wife of Advaita Acharya. Vyanjanera Paripati Kore. So that means she is assisting. So she is making preparations for cooking different vegetables. Yate ka prakara kore yena chitte spure. Chitta spura means inspiration within her heart. So according to the inspiration that manifested in her heart, she started making preparations for cooking different items. So as per inspiration in her heart, she started making arrangements. Shake Ishwarera Bada Priti Iha Jani Nana Shaka Dilena Prakara Dasha Ani. So she knew that Ishwara means Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he really likes spinach, shak, right? Green leafy vegetables. Different types of shak are there. Spinach is one. So she knew that the Lord loves shak. So she got different types, nana shaka. She dilena prakara dasha ani. So 10 types. So she got 10 types of shak and she gave them to Sri Advaita Acharya to prepare, to cook. Acharya Randhena Pati Vrata Karya Kore. So Advaita Acharya is cooking and his chaste wife is assisting him, like cutting, grinding paste and all that. So she's assisting. Karya Kore. She's doing the work. Dui Jana Bhase Jena Ananda Sagare. Oh, and they are just floating in the ocean of bliss while they're cooking. Advaita Acharya is cooking, his wife is assisting, chaste wife is assisting, and while cooking, both of them are floating in an ocean of bliss. Advaita bole na shuno, Krishna Das era mata. Oh, listen, the mother of Krishna Das. That means their son's name is Krishna Mishra. So Advaita Acharya is saying, okay, this is also Vedic culture. Husband usually does not call the wife by name, rather, and actually the idea here is, he says he calls her in relation to the children, right? Like mother of the child. That actually makes the relationship even closer, the mother of child, like that. So Advaita Acharya is saying, Shuno Krishnadas er mata, listen, the mother of Krishnadas, Tomare kohiye ami ekamana katha. I'm telling you what is in my mind. Okay? Tomare kohiye ami ekamana katha. Listen, oh mother of Krishnadas, I'm telling you what is in my mind. Jata kichu ei mora korilum sambhara kon rupe prabhu sabo kore na svikara. Whatever I have cooked today, all the different preparations, how can I ensure that the Lord eats all this? Kon rupe prabhu sab kore na svikar. What can I do so that the Lord accepts everything? He eats everything that I made. This is on Advaita Acharya's mind. Whatever I have prepared today, in what way can I make sure that the Lord eats all this? Jadi asibena sanyasira goshti loiya kichu na khaibo tabe jani ami iha. Now, if he comes with the whole assembly of sannyasis with him, he is not going to eat anything. This I know. I'm certain about this. If he comes with the assembly of all sannyasis, along taking them with him, if he comes, then he is not going to eat anything. I know this for sure. Apekshita jata jata mahanta sannyasi sabai prabhura sange bhiksha korena asi. So all the mahant, right, sannyasis who are there, as many mahanta sannyasis as there are, they are all, apekshita. That means it is expected, right, that they all will come with the Lord. Why? Sabai prabhura sange bhiksha korena asi. They all come with the Lord. When the Lord goes, all these sannyasis also go with him. They accompany the Lord every day. Whenever the Lord goes to take meals, generally all sannyasis also go with him. That is expected. Apekshita jata jata mahanta sannyasi sabai prabhura sange bhiksha korena asi. They will come. Sabai prabhure korena parama apeksha. Prabhu sange sabha asi prite korena bhiksha. They all have parama apeksha. Right? It is said that they have great respect for the Lord. Sabai prabhure korena parama apeksha. Prabhu Sange Sabha Asi Prite Korena Bhiksha. So they come and they love to sit and take prasad with the Lord, right? Out of affection, they take their meals with him. Advaita chintena mane hena paka hoy ekeshwara Prabhu Asi Korena Vijay. Now Advaita Acharya is thinking in his mind. Hena paka hoy ekeshwara Prabhu Asi Korena Vijay. How nice it would be. Hena paka hoy. Wow. All these preparations are so nice. Pak means cooking. Such wonderful offering this is. Such nice preparations. Ekeshwara Prabhu Asi Korena Vijay. It would be so wonderful if the Lord came alone and ate all of this himself. Like this Advaita Acharya is thinking in his mind. Tabe ami iha sabha pari khao yai te e kamana mora siddha hoya kon mate. Tabe ami iha sabha pari khao yai te. So if he came alone, Ekeshwara Prabhu Asi Korena Vijay. So he's saying how nice it would be, how nice all these preparations are if only the Lord came alone. If only the Lord came alone. And if he came alone, then I could make him eat all these preparations. He doesn't have to share with anyone. Whatever I cooked, everything he can eat. Tabe ami iha sabab pari khao yaite. I can make him eat everything if he came alone. E kamana mora siddha hoye kon mate. How can this desire of mine be fulfilled? Right? E kamana more, this desire of mine, siddha hoy kon mate. How can it be fulfilled? How can this desire of mine be fulfilled? Like this, Advaita Acharya is thinking. E mata mane chinte Advaita Acharya, randhana korena mane bhavi sei karya. E mate mane chinte Advaita Acharya. In this way, thinking like this in his mind, Advaita Acharya, randhana korena mane bhavi sei karya. And he's cooking. While he was cooking, he's thinking like this. How nice it would be if Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came alone. And if he came alone, then I can make him eat all this preparation. How will this happen? Like that. Thinking like this, he cooked. So that is the end of today's reading. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful class. Really, really enjoy. We really enjoy as you narrate the pastimes, Mataji. It is so beautiful. And I really liked what you said about Venkata Bhatta. That conversation was so beautiful and you said it so nicely. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very grateful to you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. And dear devotees, if you have any questions, Mataji, do you have time? Are you short
If
of
they
time?
have any questions, it's okay. Otherwise, we can end also. It's fine. Either way.
Sure. I think Sunil
Sunil
Prabhu. Prabhuji,
Hare
go ahead.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for a very beautiful class as always. Mataji, just we have said about the conversation about Venkat Bhatta. He said that while Mahaprabhu stayed in home during 4 months, he stayed this whole pocket this whole thing during ending. Why does this? He could have said regarding this all in starting also or in middle. While living, he said all this conversation and he caused problem to Venkat Bhatta.
He caused problem, you said?
Means dissatisfaction in that sense.
No. See, that's why in the beginning itself it is said that they shared a Sakhya Bhava, like friends. So, friends can challenge each other, they can joke with each other, and they can taunt each other. That's allowed in Sakhya relationship. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Venkat Bhatta shared this Sakhya relationship. And this happened towards the end of his stay. I don't know if there's a reason for that and that it happened in the end, during the end of his stay, that I'm not sure. Because, of course, before this, it is explained how Mahaprabhu was invited, for prasad in different homes, and so many brahmanas were there, they were inviting Mahaprabhu, that not everyone could actually serve Mahaprabhu, because there were so many brahmanas and there were only 4 months, and the 4 months ended and not everyone could serve. Like that it is said. And after that, we hear about this pastime. But I don't remember reading that this pastime happened towards the end of his stay. And if it did, then I don't know the reason actually why like that. Cannot.
Thank you so much, Mataji. And regarding it's mentioned that about all devotees know about his favorite food stuff. So is there only shark oils and other items also? Because always there is one food item mentioned, that is shark.
Yeah,
spinach.
shark, spinach, and also shukta. Shukta means bitter. Karela, like that. Shukta, shark and shukta. Many
Okay.
items are there, but Mahaprabhu likes shark and shukta. These are famous.
Thank you so
In the Bhogarti, you hear all the other items also that are served to the deity. So different items are. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Let me quickly see the chat. Amala Sundari Mataji is thanking you. Vinita Gandharvika Mataji is thanking you. Mataji Yashomati Priya Mataji is saying it was a beautiful class, beautiful pastimes. And Sunil Prabhuji is also thanking you, Mataji. And since you're short of time today, we will not hold you longer. We are very grateful to you, Mataji. You come and you gave us a very, very beautiful class, Mataji. We always wait for your classes. So very grateful to you for that. With your permission, we'll offer obeisances, Mataji.
सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय,
की
श्रीला
जय
दास ठाकुर की जय,
ठाकुर की जय
प्रभुपाद की जय,
की जय
अर्चना भक्ति माता
Bhakti
जी
Mataji
की
की
ki
जय।
जय हरि बोल
Hare
माता जी
Krishna
हरि
Mataji.
बोल
Hare
thank you
Krishna.
so
Wonderful
wonderful pastime and you narrated
Hari
so beautifully
Thank you so much.
Hari Bol
always
Mataji.
as usual
Thank you.